Where is Breath of the Wild 2? We have heard nothing about this game for over a year now, and I'm sure many of us are curious to how it's getting along. Sure, things have changed a lot since it was revealed last year, but I still feel like we should have seen it again by now. This was not a Metroid Prime 4 or a Bayonetta 3, where we just see a title, and that's it. We can see that there is definitely a foundation in play in this trailer here. They are not just starting development in June last year. This is something that has been in development. I want to preface this entire video with this is all speculation. We don't know when this game is going to come out. We don't know how far along it is, but we do have evidence we can pull from and try to figure those things out, which is what we're doing here today. Let's take a look at what we know about the development timetable of Breath of the Wild 2 and what we know about the original's development as well. Breath of the Wild 2 has most likely been in active development for about 2.5 years by now. We know this from past interviews with the development team where they said that Breath of the Wild 2 was conceived during the development of the first game's DLC. And if we back it up a little bit, we know that Breath of the Wild took about 5 years to develop from as early as January 2013 to when it went gold in February 2017. However, Breath of the Wild 2 has a natural leg up over the original in that it is working with a pre-existing engine and an already established new direction for the series. It's not too far-fetched to assume that means we could see 2 to 3 years of development time totally shaved off. And that means this game could be much closer to release than we've been led to think. That's what we currently know about Breath of the Wild 2's development and how we can compare it to the original. But the thing is, this has been a very strange year. And with the emergence of COVID-19, Nintendo has picked up a strategy of marketing their games one at a time. We didn't even know about the existence of Paper Mario the Origami King until it was already almost 2 months from release. Just as everyone else, Nintendo's operations have been heavily affected by the pandemic, and we can see this in some of their recent comments. There have been a lot of reports recently with comments from Nintendo on the current situation, but I want to focus in on just a few, and what they could mean for what's going on behind the scenes. One thing they've talked about being at the forefront of what is affected in their business is marketing, and we have seen this firsthand. Nintendo's not marketing their games in the usual fashion this year. There have not been any regular Nintendo Directs, and there has not been an E3 presentation, and that is because marketing is one of the areas that they are struggling in the most right now. That's interesting in of itself, but it's the other comments that have come out since then that interest me the most. First, after the announcement of Paper Mario the Origami King, Nintendo commented saying that they still have unannounced games set to release this year. And then, even more recently, they said the release schedule for this year remains mostly unaffected. And unless there is a second or third wave of the virus, it's set to stay that way. So when we combine these two statements, it paints a picture of there has to be something soon. Because, yes, your marketing is it's not doing very good. It's slow. It's slow. But then you have games coming out this year, right, man? You got that. You got that, Nintendo. There's games, right? So at some point, something has to give. There has to be a direct at some point, or at least some way to announce these games, you know? And, yeah. And I think the situation really comes down to that Nintendo still has an E3 Direct to premiere. And we're gonna have to see that soon, because there's still games to be revealed. Right? And heck, there are even rumors going around from at least 2 sources that have a pretty good track record saying there is going to be a Direct this month. I know they're both rumors, so take them with a grain of salt, but still, even then, the timing makes a lot of sense. We are closing in on having gone a whole year without a regular Nintendo Direct, because the last one was September 4th, 2019. It's been 311 days. And if they don't run this presentation soon, and they still have games coming out this year as they've said, they're running out of time to market those games. There have been rumors of Mario remasters, Pikmin 3 Deluxe. There is stuff that if this is actually coming out this year, they should probably show it. And this leads us back to Zelda, because there's one more report we need to talk about, one that came out recently and was way overblown, but I still think there's stuff to look into here. Of course, I'm talking about the interview that happened recently with the Spanish voice actors for Zelda and Rivali, and as you would expect, they talked about voice acting. They sent the internet into a frenzy, though, when they mentioned the name Breath of the Wild Part 2. Mistranslations came out saying they had finished their work on the sequel. In reality, nothing was confirmed, and the entire segment was done kind of in a joking manner. But it is interesting, though, that they even bring it up. I am not fluent in Spanish, so I cannot speak to exactly how the situation should be interpreted, but I can say that it is very interesting, and that it seems to some people they might have implied that they worked on the game. And for those of you that don't know, traditionally voice acting is one of the last things done in game development. It's done after the game is, for the most part, completed. I'm not saying anything, don't put words in my mouth, but I'm just saying it's very interesting, and I'm not totally taking away the idea of it being true, because it could be. It could very much be true, it could very much just be overanalyzing things. But that's what makes it fun, right? Now we just have to wait to figure it out. So, here's the big question. Will Breath of the Wild 2 come out this year? I don't think so. I remain cautiously optimistic to the idea, and I believe Breath of the Wild 2 has been in development for about 2.5 years now. But I still think that it is a little too early. But I do think next year. I think next year is a pretty safe bet, so hopefully I'm right on that much, you know. Either way, I do believe one thing, and that is that we are very due for news. And I think it's going to come sooner than we think. Maybe even this month. Because they need to start that hype cycle again, because it is slowing down a bit. Just a little bit, Nintendo. You gotta give us some more fuel for that, you know. I can only make theories about a 1.5-minute long video for so long before I go insane, you know. But for now, all we can do is hope. Hope, just maybe hope, soon we will see something new of this game. And in the meantime, you can watch all my theories on it and learn all about that stuff, you know, because I like to think I have some pretty good ideas about what they could be doing with this game. Will they do it? Probably not, but you can watch it anyway. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully we see some news about this game soon and about the rest of Nintendo's lineup. I'm eager, you're eager. Hopefully they satiate our eagerness, you know. Please, Nintendo. Let me know what you guys are most excited about to see in a new Direct, potentially, if it ever does come. And have a wonderful day. Hit the subscribe button so you get to see all my videos and stuff, you know that. Like buttons there too if you feel like it. And yeah, have a good one. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.